For the first time this season, I'm really annoyed. Oh, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Full time at St James's Park. Newcastle United 4, yes 4, Crystal Palace 0. It has not been a great start after the international break, and I knew it was coming. It's all that we deserve. If you're giving up after 4 minutes against a team who beat a really world-class team in PSG 4-1 in the Champions League, then you deserve all what's to come after that. We gave up from minute one. And, against Newcastle away, I'm trying to do this on a level head. Because this is the first time this season where the team has actually really disappointed me. Like in other defeats against Arsenal, I could see promise. Even against Aston Villa when we lost 3-1, I could see promise. This time, I'm really disappointed with this team. Like, there was no attacking threat. It's all the board's fault. Because we didn't invest in forwards in the summer. And I'm going to keep coming back to that excuse, because you need talent against these teams now. You can't get away with your Dwight Gales and your Fraser Campbells and your Yaya Sonogos and your John Philip Matetas. He had 16 touches of the ball in an hour of football. How much money is that per touch? You tell me. Someone tell me in the comments. Matthias Franson made his debut after 70 minutes and when it was 4-0. What do you expect him to do? He should have been brought on at half-time. Even though at half-time it was 3-0. Do you know what I mean? The first and fourth goals were great goals, but the second and third goals were just, like, rubbish goals to concede. One of them was at the back post, an error that we've made so often. And the other one was where Gay tried to touch it down. When you're losing 2-0 coming up to half-time, boot it away, hoof it. Do what you have to do to send your team in 2-0. Because then at least it's not as embarrassing. This is a rant. Because I am just stunned. I'm too stunned to shout, but this is a rant. Do you know what I mean? There was no threat, no promise of a top half finish in that performance today. And what worries me even more is that our next game is at home to Spurs, a team that in terms of this season have done better than Newcastle in the Premier League. Buckle up. And ironically, this is our heaviest defeat since when we lost 4-0 at home to Spurs back in January under Patrick Vieira. That is Hodgson's worst defeat, but can you blame him? No. How can you give him half of a squad and expect him to compete with the likes of Newcastle? You can't. That's why I'm not really mad with that aspect of it. But, now we're at home to Spurs after losing like that. Start and reset. And what I mean by that is try something new. Start França. Start França against Tottenham. Do something different. Try something. Because otherwise, we're just going to go in the same cycle. And then after that, we've got massive games against Burnley, Everton, Luton, West Ham and Bournemouth. Massive, massive games before games against Liverpool, Man City, Brighton, Chelsea, Brentford, Arsenal, etc. Buckle up. It's a huge point in the season. Like, share and subscribe, guys. I can't do much more than just rant, I'm afraid.